Good morning, everyone. The birds are very, very chatty this morning. Good morning, everyone. Dr. Victoria Scribo here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. Today is the 12th of May, and it is what is today? Thursday? Goodness gracious. The moon was, oh, hello, little chipmunk. How are you? Just running by me. Not particularly scared, I noticed. The moon was in Virgo early this morning. It shifted into Libra at 2:35 a.m. on the east coast of the U.S. I can't believe these birds. They're so noisy. They're even noisier than the traffic, which is pretty amazing. This traffic can get pretty loud around here. So we kind of start the day, for most of us, except for you guys who don't sleep at night, or maybe people in Europe, where the moon is in Libra. And so we strive to get along. We strive to be kind. We strive to find balance points, perhaps. The Libra moon tends to be very, sort of step back from things, evaluate, observe, and then come down with some sort of, proclamation or decision or something like that. And the thing with that is sometimes it's misconstrued as an inability to make a decision. But Libra does understand how important things are to be weighed and measured and looked at and evaluated for truth and justice and all those lovely Libra aspirational qualities. The moon in Libra today, we're getting closer to that full moon, right? The full moon in Scorpio. We can feel the tension, certainly all kinds of things happening here in the States, all kinds of things happening all over the world. A lot of it having to do with fairness and justice and the like. Tomorrow early, the sun will conjunct the north node of the moon. And so we'll have an opportunity, and we can start seeing it today as it gets closer and closer, perhaps illuminating the direction forward. So, all right, well, if we come over here, we can see that the dogwood is finally coming into her glory. It'll get prettier than that, but it's starting to look really nice. And today, you can see the wind is blowing today, but this is the first day after about 5 days of gale warnings and high wind warnings here. It seems like things have calmed down just a bit. But we will see how that lasts, or if it will last. Yeah, so we have the dogwood blooming, and the maple trees are now starting to leaf out here. They hadn't started to leaf out yet. But beautiful morning here. A little overcast and the like, but it's all good. It's all good. Oh, here we go. This is a nice view. There's a nice view for you. So, yeah, so today is a good day to come up with some ideas that we can work on together, things we can agree on, and face the future. This eclipse is very powerful. That's coming in a couple of days. I will do a reading on that specifically, and maybe take a look at it on the charts of some of the major issues. Maybe see how that looks anyway. I'm not a predictive astrologer per se. I hate to say that things are going to happen in a certain way, because I think it closes off people's minds to other more creative alternatives or opportunities. And I think it undoes the idea that we have co-creative agency here. We certainly have it in our own lives, and so when we're dealing with these larger things that have to do with the world and a country and it's a little bit harder. It's a little bit, actually, maybe even a little more predictive, but I still like to keep things where we have some semblance or some sense of that we can contribute to, certainly contribute to a situation, and definitely learn from it, right? All right, so what else is going on in the garden? We do have, and this is not going to seem like much right yet, but the wisteria is starting to leaf out. And with wisteria, the flowers and the leaves leaf out at the same time. And so you can see right here that you see those flowers. Those will all be beautiful wisteria flowers. And we've had this wisteria for a long time. It takes a long time for the flowers to eventually come out, but they are beautiful and they smell wonderful. Wisteria is considered the scholar's plant. So hopefully it helps with the mind, because we certainly could use a little bit of good mind here. All right, guys. There was a couple of other things happening today with the moon, but I honestly can't remember because I didn't write it down, so I apologize. But it's all in the vein of, the moon in Libra trying to come to some sort of balance point in situations. Awareness. The moon will oppose Chiron. The moon is going to oppose everything in Aries. So what do we have in Aries now? We have Chiron in Aries. We have Venus in Aries. Yes, in fact, the moon opposes Venus in Aries. It's almost like we're getting our marching orders. The moon and Venus are both feminine aspects, and we have the moon in Libra, what's fair, what's balanced, and we have Venus in the sign of the warrior. So we're getting our marching orders, ladies, and we will march, and we will march for justice, and we will march for truth, and we will march for fairness. And there's these power over dynamics that these conservatives are so enamored by and think is the saving of the world, and the saving of humanity, is actually the opposite. It's brought us to this point, right? And so now it's time to do it differently. Oh, cool. Did you see that? Enormous. Oh, sorry, guys. That was a great blue heron that just, pterodactyl that just flew over the yard very low. In animal speak, great blue herons are self-reliant. And so that is a reminder to us that we have to learn to rely on ourselves. First and foremost, catch your fish that you need to nurture yourself. Put the gas mask on yourself first, and then you can help the person next to you. Just a reminder, it's not about giving up or giving over, but it's about empowering each and every one of us, and then we come together as a much more powerful force. We have some right straight ahead is an apple tree. You see the little flowers on that. And then, of course, lest I forget, sorry guys, you guys are probably getting a little dizzy with all this. The big apple tree is starting to bloom. So I'm glad it did it after that wind, because we wouldn't have had many apple blossoms. But yeah, so no wind, and I'm just noticing that the little bugs are coming back as I'm down here. Oh, great. So they're back. I guess 5 days of wind didn't blow them out to sea. Frig. Anyway, have yourself a wonderful day. Like and subscribe. And I'm going to get away from the bugs. Oh, hello. Why? Did you see his cheeks? They were so full of my birdseed, I would imagine. All right. Well, that's what's going on, guys. Like and subscribe. Take care, everyone. See you tomorrow.